Welcome to another episode of Multi. The sexiest podcast on the planet. This is your host, B. Hearn, joined by
J. Brown, Judy Brown,
Feliciano.
And in studio, we have the one and only JEKS, a.k.a. Brian Lewis, in the building. Brian, welcome to Multi Poptural.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy. I think it's actually Brian Lewis, aka
Yeah,
I know. I keep fucking him up every week.
Dude,
it keeps it raw, keeps it
words
fresh.
and stuff are fucking hard, man.
So, B, give us a little bit about your, for those of you just listening in or, tuning in for the first time, a little backstory. Brian, a.k.a. JEKS, is honestly one of the, not just a good friend of ours and a good friend of the show, but one of the most talented graffiti artists that we've seen in a very, very long time. He's been doing murals and portraits all over town, all over the country, from here to California.
Even if you think you haven't seen them, you've more than likely seen them.
Exactly, especially locally, amazing. Whether if it's Red Cinemas, over there by Boxcar, a couple other spots. I mean, the guy's just
Did you
incredibly
do the Dragon
talented.
at Harley-Davidson?
Dragon at Harley-Davidson off of 68.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a little bit of the backstory on B. So if you can, kind of fill us in on, just how you got started into...
On Mother Tucker.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The eyeballs?
On the side of Mother
The
Tucker.
what?
Mother Tuckers?
Yes.
The eyeballs?
Oh, yeah, the eyeballs.
I mean, there's a whole face attached to the
Say it
eyeball. So, B, how'd you get into the, as far as the graffiti game?
I was just kind of a younger kid. I got into it like when I was 11, 12, literally tagging under bridges with a can of Krylon, and just fell in love with the spray paint, actually.
Yeah.
Not huffing it or anything.
Like when you found out you were good at it, or
No.
like before that?
No, I was fucking terrible.
Okay.
So what were your original tags like that you first started doing? Just like random shit, or just...
No, I was like, what was it? Bon, B-O-N. I don't know fucking why. Sep was my first one because I was straight edge, and it was straight edge pride.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at you now.
Little young
It's just Red Bull.
Oh, yeah, no, I was talking about the massive amounts of drugs we did before this. That didn't happen. None of that happened.
false advertising.
Yeah,
Fake news.
but no, I just carried on, man, and went from like, it's kind of the structure of a graffiti artist is you start with, tags, hand styles and stuff, and then go to your throw-ups and bombs and then the piecing, and then kind of build on your, style and can control and all that stuff. But
Do you pre-sketch?
what's up?
Do you draw first and then put it up? Like, do you do it
For
on paper? Or?
Yeah, I mean, all of my murals are planned out, like from top to finish. Like, I don't really kind of freestyle on it's freehand, but it's not freestyle. Like, it's all, I'm a reference artist, I would say.
Right. How'd you come up with JEKS? What does that mean?
It has no fucking meaning at all.
I dig
love
that.
it.
No.
I dig that.
I wrote Jekyll back in the day. I don't think there's any...
The band? You wrote them a letter?
No, not Jackal. But yeah, so I wrote that for a long time, and that was like my main, I guess, in graffiti before it was popularized on Instagram and all that stuff.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a Winston-Salem kind of, I wouldn't say OG, but because there's so many people before me that are...
Go ahead, just go ahead and open it. Sponsored by your.
But yeah, I just decided to shorten it one day and add an S because I like the S's.
S's are
Perfect.
S's are sex.
X's are sexy.
I love S's. Are you saying ass? Or
Asses are saying.
Ass is cool.
I do
There are
like
three
the logo,
S's
though.
in asses.
Wow.
Well, the cool thing about JEKS too is like when you see the stickers and you see the shirts. I mean, it's predominant. Like I'm envious of it because our shit's hard to pronounce and let alone hard to see. But when you see JEKS, you know that's JEKS.
There's no
it says shit.
Is it JAKS?
Right.
Is it JEKS?
Is it JEKS?
I get JEKS a lot.
Are you serious?
Why did you misspell jerks on your shirt?
I couldn't afford the R.
Yeah.
J-A-K-S.
Oh, it's too long. I had to throw the R out.
I pay by the letter.
As far as some influences for you, I mean, who are your main like graffiti artists that whether past or current that you're really really into?
Chem and Guess. They're probably my two favorite graffiti artists forever. And for mural art and stuff, Bip is, if you haven't checked him out, he's phenomenal at BIP.
Okay.
He does a lot of realism but full color and stuff. But
Has he been here?
What's up?
Have any of those people been here, or are they all here?
No, none of them. There's not really any there's a lot of Charlotte and Asheville, kind of bigger names in the graffiti world, but not really. I mean, that are piecing too much,
right?
Like doing like kind of.
Who was the dude that you did the other side of Mother Tucker's with? That I saw his mural in Brooklyn. Pat. So how did you guys hook up?
Patch Whiskey came through the first Hop Fest.
Okay.
And Tone Anthony was I think living with Ryan Saunders, who was curating and putting that all together, and he had them coming in, and Patch was going to do a wall in High Point.
Okay.
I think. It might not have been Hot Fest. It might have been something else. But anyways, he was in town, and Anthony was like, "Yo, dude, you should talk to him. He's, doing what you want to do, and you should link up." And we did, and he wasn't too stoked on this wall that he was going to do in High Point, and I was like, "Well, shit, dude. I mean, I got walls here I can find." I knew Tommy was like, loving what I was doing graffiti-wise, and he was open for it. He was like, "Dude, if you ever want to paint the building," I was like, "Hey, Tommy, remember that time you said that?" He was like, without even question, he was like, "Dude, yeah, whatever, cover the whole motherfucker."
That's
and
awesome.
So I told Patch, I was like, I got this big wall. It's like kind of in the main artery, college area of Greensboro, and he was like, "Let's do it." So it was very embarrassing because I hadn't pieced in like forever.
Right.
This was like my first time, like kind of like getting back into graffiti, dusting myself off, and like, so I was very, very covered in dust.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I did was just ugly as shit. It was bad. I think Patch even said I love him to death. He was like, "That looks kind of like something to be in like a mall tattoo shop."
Shit!
Wow, that is,
a mall tattoo shop.
Yeah,
Not even a regular tattoo
bad.
shop.
But he respected, like me, I guess, putting him on the wall and trying, and the love, that I obviously show and passion for it.
Sure.
So he follows me ever since, and I hold him very high in regards to like what he says and does, and travels around and just literally gives it his all. But comes back through, and like 2 years later for Hop Fest, this is where Hop Fest comes in play.
Okay.
And he's like, "Yo, I got tons of paint, free paint. It's me and Mears One, Sloke, which are huge graffiti artists, CBS crew, OTM, and Germ as well." And that for me was like my first 100% time, like where I was like, "Holy shit, I'm painting with some like real OGs and some heavy hitters." So I did that big purple, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Goo monster guy?
I was no clue. So I was like, Patch is doing a monster, so I'll do my monster, and they'll like be looking at each other.
Be monster friends.
Yeah. Monster friends, yeah, right. Seriously.
Monsters Inc.
So like, yeah, that's still up, but I hate looking at that thing. It's like, ugh. And like when you do and like progress, I guess I would say I've progressed pretty fast. Like there's something that I've done within the last 6 months, and I'm like, oh god, like I wish I could redo it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm learning as I go. And
Right.
like, so
And I'm
that's
sure
always going to happen.
I'm sure you're probably your toughest critic too. Is going to be yourself.
I mean, probably. I think in anybody in their craft.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, except for me, I think you suck.
I know that. You tell me every time you see me. Like, hey, Brian, you suck. What are you doing today?
Ryan,
Just want to let you
saw
know.
that new thing you tagged. It's
Fucking hate your shit.
pretty dumb looking.
I do not
go get some
understand.
Are you at the point now where, like, I always wondered how you choose your location, but does your location choose you now?
Yeah. As far as commissions and stuff goes, like, I'm 100% contacted by clients.
Right.
So it's a business now. I had to start.
Got an LLC. That shit.
That's a Lewis mural company. Calling.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, there's certain walls I still will just take.
There you go.
It's a true artist.
But yeah,
That Macmiller went up really quick.
Yeah, it did.
yeah. Well, that just kind of popped up the wall. Philip, my homie, he lined it up, and I liked the end piece. It was square. It was like different than the brick.
Yeah.
Brick sucks to do murals on because all the grout divots. So this was cinder block, and I was like, "Fuck, it's perfect for a portrait." And
Right.
you know, he had passed recently, and I was like, "Dude, this is now or never." Pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
And with 2.5 days later, it was done. So, but
Rad.
yeah, some walls are just like, if somebody's like, "You want this wall?" I'll be like, "Hell yeah!" and just paint it.
Yeah.
Some walls, I'm like, "All right, what do you want on it? And let's talk numbers." You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
Like,
sure.
I want to do it as a business, but at the same time, I'm not gonna.
You're not going to sell.
I want to
out
make
of-
a living off of it, but there's sometimes,
You wanna do what
most
you
of the
want.
times, yeah. And
Right.
graffiti for me is like, it's all freestyle,
Yeah.
but it's self-expression. It's all
Oh, yeah.
just comes out and it's fun. It's the leisure,
Yeah, hell yeah.
and then the mural work it's still fun and I love the final product, you know.
Yeah.
But that's more of the work aspect of it, you know, as
Yeah.
making a living wise. So.
Oh no, definitely. And I mean, to me, the realism of your work is outstanding. You know, whether it's the Macmiller one, the PBR one. If you can kind of talk about that one a little bit, because that one to me,
I did it too for
is-
PBR so far.
Oh yeah, yeah. So talk about that one a little bit, because to me, that's just a very intricate, just awesome fucking piece that
Thanks,
you did.
man.
Yeah.
That was me spreading my wings a little bit and trying to not just do the same shit.
Sure.
And that was coming from PBR. They were just like, "Hey, man," because I sent them some. This is for the Charlotte job at Skylark,
Right.
which is the first one. That was a dream come true, but I wanted to do. I even got Driscoll, my homie, who is part owner of Skylark, who's an amazing photographer. He took pictures of Taddeo's hand, who is another owner there. I grew up with Taddeo playing music, and we're old school homies, crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he took a picture of him like crushing 2 PBR cans with like he had rings and tattoos on. He had tattoos on his hands.
He put
them on. And so, because I thought that would be cool, it kind of like gives a vibe. But they said it was too much like PBR advertisement. So they were like, just get a little more artsy, and don't hold back, just send whatever. And then, so I went with the vibe of it's a rock and roll bar, and that's what it says on their sign. So I was like, might as well do the fucking king. And
Right.
So I just kind of threw a like heavy design style piece with mixed graffiti and a portrait with the ribbon in it, and that was a home run for them from their end. And so did it. Took forever. It took for freaking ever. I didn't have a lift. It was on a slanted kind of driveway, so the ladder was a little janky. But I had to go back down to Charlotte, I think 3 times to do it within like 2 weeks. So
Gotcha.
it was over a little bit. And then every time I go to Charlotte too, it's, oh God, I like
Local celebrity down there.
No, 10 years off my life, easy, dude.
Heard.
Yeah, Thomas Street shots are
Charlotte.
nothing to fuck with. They're like triples.
Well,
But
Mom Dukes told me to tell you that she loves the giant baby on Battleground.
Oh yeah, the
Cool.
Nirvana band.
Awesome.
How'd that come about? The little Nirvana Nevermind project.
Same thing, man. Just kind of like last minute. Eric Mangan, he's from Luxembourg. Marty had him in town doing some work with Matt Adnate, who's another.
He does the natives, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's just
He's
there's
incredible. Yeah.
there's no one that can touch him. Like as far as like you see his work and you know exactly that it's him.
Right.
He uses a lot of stuff, transparency and stuff that just it blows my mind how it works, and I still don't understand. But I respect the hell out of him. But they were doing some work, and then Marty actually kind of curated it and pressed. He's like, "Yo, hit up Eric. Let's get you going on a wall together. Let's collab. I think it would be really cool with your like monochromatic style." And Eric just does like crazy splatters.
Right, right. I saw the
nuts.
fire
He's a
truck, all
madman.
that shit
I
come
don't
out
think
there.
he's never been covered in paint, like head to toe. He brushes his teeth with fucking paint. But yeah, so it was just kind of like a, hey, you want to do this wall? And Eric was like, yes, let's do this wall. And he was like, I love the terracotta. And I just did like 2 different accents.
I was like, what is that?
I was
Accent?
focusing
let it
because
Still one person. Still the same guy.
yeah, that's how he talks. He just hops around the world. But yeah, so they actually bought a fire truck. Marty bought a fire truck, and
This motherfucker bought a fire truck, not like leased it, rented it.
No,
bought
it's
one.
his. Yeah,
Oh,
and he filled it with paint.
okay.
And then he, I think it was like
status.
it's something crazy, hundreds of gallons. Of paint.
Showers.
There was just buckets everywhere, and then watered it down and sprayed it. It was awesome. It was really cool. But that was there was a backdrop basically.
Right.
And he was like,
Right.
do whatever you want to do on top. And so
Yeah.
the only reason Nirvana and that kind of came about is I just was sitting at home, and once again, my background is completely, I listen to them religiously. So I saw it was a guitar shop, so I was like, I didn't know it was like a boutique guitar shop really, so I should have done a little more. But it was a guitar shop, and so I just went with a kind of another alternative kind of direction, and I was like, let's do my take on the Nirvana
I like it.
or the Nevermind artwork.
Yeah.
You did well. You did
Thanks,
well.
man.
It sucks. It sucks dicks.
And Eric was the one who wanted it pink. He was
it
like,
looks great, though.
we need
Yeah.
a big pink baby.
That's accent number 3.
Yeah,
For those
that's
of you that are
accent
still
number
counting.
Mom
Yeah,
said,
that's
"Did you see that giant baby on Battleground?"
We're gonna put all
And he
these
just
up
called
on
me.
our-
He
You know,
just
the
called
funny
me,
thing-
and he was like, "Brian, dude, you did a good pink baby."
We're going
Y'all-
international with
y'all
these
Who
accents.
knows where this guy's from? Who fucking knows?
I tell
We're gonna
you
put
what,
all
man.
these up on our Instagram page, by the way.
Not only is this dude talented, I don't know how you do this shit in the middle of the summer either. Like, I saw you out there on the lift.
I would want to murder somebody.
I mean, it's
I would-
so
I would
fucking
kill
hot
some- I
outside.
would
And
kill
you're out
somebody.
there just tagging,
I
and
hate-
it's 99
Like,
degrees
sometimes.
outside.
And
How
aren't
do
you
you
all
do it?
covered? You're covered, right?
No, there's a lot of. I mean, obviously the sun moves,
Nah,
so
he works He works
On-
out.
The sun does move.
on
works
every
out.
For those non-flat earthers out
the
there.
sun doesn't move, the earth moves. But like
There you go.
we, every wall that that I got hired for, or paint, especially that's going
That
to
you
take
get
a few
hard
days.
for?
Hired, yeah.
Calm down, Jordan. Easy.
During some walls are like better to work in the morning, and those are the ones I'm like fuck because I don't do mornings. And
Right.
Same.
So with that wall, the baby one, there was a shadow cast like around 2 to where if I was like up on the wall, it was right past
Okay.
me. So
All right.
I'll work with what I got, but yeah, like the Skylark one, the first PBR one I
Yeah.
did, not in LA, but in Charlotte, that was rough.
Oh, I
it was
bet.
because it was on me the whole time.
God, I bet.
So during the summer, I usually stay pretty sunburnt.
Mark the prices up a little bit.
Nah, better than winter, that's for sure.
Yeah, no shit.
You did the pig, right, on Pig Pounder?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of his pictures up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to talk about every motherfucking one, guys. We got the big fucking pink baby. We got the.
Don't talk to me like that.
I'm sorry, man. Jordan. I'm sorry.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
I don't know who hurt me
He's so
today.
angry.
He's out of beer, so he's being pissy.
Show me
true.
on the doll
It's
where
actually,
they touched
it's
you.
actually just that he's been talking the whole time. I haven't had a chance to talk.
Well, get up
Well,
in there,
nobody
buddy.
wants to hear
Get
you,
up
dude.
in there.
Well,
Sorry.
you're not wrong. It's okay.
I talk really slow. It's
Are you?
what?
Are we?
You just asked me if he was slow? Or just if he talks slow? They're good friends, by the way, people, so don't think we're like
Yeah, man,
roasting
it's
this
actually crazy
motherfucker.
because we had been. It was me, JEKS, and our other friend. Shout out to Louis Maestro or Maestro, however you say your stupid ass last name, you ugly ass bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Love you, Louis.
He's a very smart and handsome man, but
He's a Dolphins fan. I mean, we can't hold that against him.
yeah, that's true.
I'm like a horse.
So it's awesome because like you were in or you're in the band and we're going to talk about that later, but you were doing that. I may or may not have my own band, and you're a bartender. I'm a bartender, and then like you have this third threat of like you were like, yeah, I'm casually one day you're like, I'm just going to start spray painting again, I guess, and we were like, all right, and for someone's birthday, you gave them some awesome skull mixed with like a Darth Vader helmet.
Yep.
And I was like, Manny, you didn't draw that, you fucking pussy. And
Exact words.
you know how you talk to your friends, and but then
And then he punched me in the mouth.
lo and behold, and then you did another skull, and I was like, holy shit, this guy's the truth. And then you started spray painting all over the place, and I'm like, man, this. Like, I always talk shit to you, but like whenever like you would post about your new art and tags that you would do and the murals and shit, I'd secretly because we have a group chat, but I would secretly message him and be like, dude, that's actually really fucking cool. I'm very, like, dude,
Side message.
Like,
He
dude,
did.
dude, seriously, that's really fucking cool.
And I tell him to fuck off every time.
Yeah, he really does. He really does. But so then you did this macmiller one, and you told us like everyone's wanting to talk to you, like
it's World
Star and E News or whatever the fuck, everybody.
Oh, nice.
So or not, or no,
No?
What?
okay. And so I was like. I mean, you guys don't invite me to work out anymore. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm too fucking sexy.
You just talk forever.
Because they're actually working out. You're on your phone the whole time.
Well, see, no, fuck that. No, kinda, but no.
Follow my workout videos.
I'm like in my head, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got a famous friend. If one of us makes it, we all make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't forget about me, bitch.
Is that where you were going with that whole spiel?
I think that,
Yeah, I lost it halfway through.
You went
I
like,
think I say a lot of words in the long amount of time. JEKS instead of saying 16 words.
sorry. Well, hey, Jordan, I appreciate that, man.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
No, with that last piece I did, I'm obviously really proud of it. I pulled off some realism that I hadn't touched before and went
for real
above and beyond because I feel like that's what you really got to do for, when you're painting a portrait.
Yeah.
You got to, and it's the biggest way to really honor anybody and immortalize them really, on a wall.
It fucking looks good.
Thanks. But that piece blew up because of, obviously this subject,
Yeah, wholeheartedly.
So I mean, like it went, I guess, viral or whatever, but that's because of him. You know what I'm saying? The quality obviously, helps, but like when everybody's like mentions stuff about like being famous or like, hey, you're gonna be obviously like you're going in that direction or whatever, and I don't know. It's the weirdest thing in the world, like to,
be recognized for something.
Yeah, but it's actually cooler too because no one knows who the fuck I am.
Right.
That's
town.
pretty. That's
Right.
pretty awesome.
So like
Yeah.
I can like
Be undercover
Ghostface.
famous. That's my shit.
yeah.
Don't you know who the fuck I am? God, I would be saying that all the time, which is why I'm not famous.
That is the difference between
It was cool though, Brian. I got to say, like, I sent him a text the other day. I took my daughter out to the macmiller mural, and it was just cool to see swarms of people just walking down the tracks and just taking pictures of the mural. I mean, that's got to provide, you know, some kind of satisfaction at least. You know what I mean?
I'm floored every day, man. Since that, and I really.
Are you a fan? Did you listen to him?
I mean, rotation? Joel booked him multiple times.
Oh yeah,
and so like ever since
Joel Collins. Shout out.
Yeah, Crankitloud. So ever since you know the kids, you know, album came out, and he came and packed out. It was when I was working at Green Street. He came a couple times, but you know, mad respect for him. He was young as shit, and you know he owned a whole, you know, basically age range of kids like worship him and stuff.
Yeah.
So
incredibly talented dude. That's for sure. You want to talk about
bands?
Are we doing metal?
We're gonna switch over to Bloodjinn and Night Sweats.
Oh yeah. Like I said, you're in a band. You're in a band, Night Sweats.
I am in a band, Night Sweats.
What do you do in this band?
I played the drums.
Yeah, not bass like some of these bitches over here.
I fucking hate bassists. Am I right? I fucking hate them. Sluts.
They're all such divas.
Bassists are the grenades of bands.
I'm trying to break the mold. Trying to. Heavy quotation marks. So yeah, you're in Night Sweats.
We play music.
Yeah, you guys do that. You guys have got the goods. I've not seen you personally, but I've seen clips and shit. And hashtag clips and shit. And you are you guys playing anywhere soon? Anywhere now? Anywhere next?
Yeah. We just played on the Pop Studios for our friend's Basement Life's CD release. It was a day show. It was cool. But it's just more for fun. Like just they're you know, Mike's married and Rod's married, and Rod has some kids and he's got a life, and this is kind of his, you know, it's like
which one's
man time. That's Crow. Joseph. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's a painter as well.
Probably way
paints
cooler
houses.
Jordan.
Huh? What?
Probably.
But
I hate everyone in this room.
So like practice with us is just like the time for everybody for them to get out and have a beer with the boys, jam, sweat it out.
That's a good escape from like everyday normality. You know what I mean? Especially playing metal music, which I fucking love. Because you get to just, I don't know when you're being sarcastic or not.
No, metal is you know, it's my background completely. You know, I listen to everything, but like, there's nothing like playing metal. Like,
yeah. As a drummer, how is that? I would love to know how that is as a drummer, because I've always wanted to be a metal drummer.
It looks impossible.
And it's got to be fucking fun.
It looks impossible.
Yeah, you get beat.
It sounds impossible, but then when you watch them do it, it's like,
oh,
it seems so flawless.
Yeah.
Drummers, you know, you got to be like basically your human metronome and machine.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. I wish like I was like cut up like all these other drummers, but I can't. The older I get, I can't lose that.
Well, I mean, you are pretty cut up. You are pretty fucking cut up. Like I said, we used to work out together. But I mean, like I said, you are old as fucking dirt. So,
I am.
You are old as dirt. And, you know,
he ages like fine wine. Leave the man alone.
It would probably help if we worked out again together.
Sponsor break by Jordans. Maybe Sons and Guns.
Maybe I am Jordan.
Do you want to go work out?
There's a lot of hints dropping here.
No.
Okay.
I gotta go work. I gotta go to work. But no. I was gonna say some of my half black could rub off on you, and you could get the anti-aging cream.
Oh.
Because black don't crack.
Okay. Talking about your jizz?
Whoa!
Wow! I was like, you said anti-aging cream. I didn't know where you were going.
Jeez,
I'm the bad guy now.
You jumped
for
straight
once.
to jizz.
Sorry.
I don't want any part of that.
Are you talking about your jizz?
You said anti-aging regimen. I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're older than JEKS, so
I am.
and you
I
look
still
younger.
good,
So
though.
what kind of jizz do you use on your face?
He looks younger than me. Don't use that.
I really just wanted to use that on him.
Okay.
We're not talking about
So what about-
Aveeno and facial care products right now.
Fuck y'all. What do you so I love metal. I am more well, I mean, I got you into it.
No, you didn't get me into it.
Okay.
You got me into the heavier shit though. That's all.
Sorry, I got you into heavy metal.
You just made
You already liked-
introduced me to it.
Okay.
Don't fucking be like you already like Nickelback like I'm Flathers. Okay? Shout out to Flathers for not liking metal.
He thinks Gwen Stefani is heavy
He thinks
metal.
Three Doors Down is metal.
Man, this song is fucking heavy, bro.
Nickelback is the best metal band I've ever heard in my lilife.
Creed is that shit.
That was pretty good.
That was actually good.
That was a really good play.
That was a good Flathers. Or were you still doing your friend from
Nickelback
earlier?
burger? What? Yeah, it
Were you
was my
still,
friend.
you were still doing the spray paint guy?
That was accent number 5.
That was another accent. I'm just going to talk about some of my favorite metal guys. You just listened to Thyartismurder, didn't you?
I love it.
He loves it.
I was listening to their new one on the way here.
Dear Desolation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man,
So
that
good.
album is so fly.
It's so good.
I didn't mean to say that.
You
There
said
you go.
fly.
I said fly.
It's pretty
for a
fly.
white
It's
guy.
for a white guy.
Okay.
That metal song is fly.
Did you get it out? Did you get it out of your
Okay,
system?
you guys good? Can we talk some more? That'd be fucking fantastic. That'd be fucking awesome. One of my early favorites was the Acacia Strain. I actually had a girlfriend who got me into the Acacia Strain, or at least introduced me to the Acacia Strain. Well, I used to hang out with Jordan Turok and all that back in the day, and I fucking hate her, but I'm kidding. She's fine. I forgot she even existed. I forgot she existed for a while, and Acacia Strain's great. It's a 6-piece from Springfield, Massachusetts. No notes. And,
Look at them with the notes.
I just listened to Chelsea Grin's new album. That shit was awesome to me.
I hadn't heard it.
It's called Eternal Nightmare. It's called Eternal Nightmare. Every time I laugh, it's because...
I don't know why we're not taping this shit. His facial reactions. I can't tell if he's fucking with you or not either.
No, right though? Like, he's fucking with me. He's gotta be. He's like,
Yeah, great
just
band.
so fucking cool. Just so cool over there, sitting with your shirt on.
My short.
And your tattoos.
God! I have never seen that color white before.
I haven't seen those shorts
my
since
God.
dodgeball in
What?
elementary school.
Dude, that is like...
Okay.
That's the shirts and skins shorts. Shirts, skins,
Hate.
Blouses.
blouses.
Impending Doom, which is one of my weirdest likes. I wish I didn't like them because it's cheap. It feels cheap to like them because like every song there's one breakdown. It's just like it's hard as fuck. But
it's like perfect metalcore, like in my mind. But,
Right.
The lyrics, the subject matter is like.
Oh, dude,
it's hard to follow, because it's so like. Scripture.
They're
literally go to church
they're a
listening to them.
Christian metal band, and
did not
instead
know
of
that.
Very vocal about
That makes all the sense.
Instead of worship, they call it goreship because
Is that right?
The more you know.
That's
No.
fact.
You see that over there? That's the door.
I didn't make that shit up. I would never.
We definitely need a the more
Actually,
you
I
know
probably-
sample.
I probably would, but I wouldn't say it out loud, or at least dawn it upon my own self. But one of my favorite acts I saw live. Actually, it was very recent. I talk about it all the fucking time. It's I went and saw Between the Bear to Me, the Deer Hunter, and Leprous at the Orange Peel in
Asheville.
In Asheville, and by God, blew my fucking socks off. My girlfriend came; she dressed all in pink. It was hilarious because she was like, "Am I dressed okay?" I was like, "Yeah, we're going to a metal show."
Going to a ball?
And she says this all the time. She's like, "Okay," so she doesn't talk like that. Oh my God! All right, so I digress.
Wait, you know Eric Mangan?
Oh my God,
He's your sister?
girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck mall tattoo shops. But she like when she gets there, she's like she had never been to a show. Period. She went to go see NSYNC when she was 7.
That doesn't count.
That is my favorite death metal band. They shred.
Dude, they straight shred. They're heavy as fuck.
They're not.
Says Chris Flathers. And like I said, I'd never heard of Leprous, and I've been sucking Leprous's dick this entire
That's
time
why
we've
he
been
looks so
doing
young.
this.
See, this is why I said what I said earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, moisturize.
This-
Yep.
I mean, dude, it lasts for days.
This is
Oh
very
my
phallic.
god. Yeah. You know, we do have a Snapchat group called Shits and Dicks.
Oh.
Oh, tell us about that.
Oh no, I just
cool.
completely made that up. Completely made that up in my phone.
Now you got to follow through.
So someone else talk for a bit. How about that?
No,
please.
you wanted the mic.
No,
You got
okay,
it.
so here's all the things I have written down. Fuck
you
mall
wanna just-
tattoo shops.
Just go through all your favorite bands and where they're from.
Okay, I don't have where they're from. You jackass!
Yes, Brian Lewis, expose him!
Impending Doom, After the Burial, Tesseract, Leprous, 12-foot
Tesseract.
Ninja. Tesseract, love
shit.
Tesseract. They just came to
It was Arizona Pete's.
Arizona Pete's. And who's coming back to Arizona Pete's?
Acacia Strain.
Acacia Strain is
Yep.
coming to Arizona Pete's.
That'll be in October.
We should
October
go
is what
to
I said.
that.
And yeah, we're going to go to it, take
Yep.
pictures and shit.
Yeah, we saw
If any
Acacia
of you
Strain. I think,
metalheads-
Brian, you were at the show. It was Acacia Strain, Shadows Fall, and Hatebreed.
Uh-huh.
Probably at
That was
Green Street,
that was
like
on my
3 or 4
birthday
years ago.
A long time ago.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, one of their
Yeah, a
final
while ago.
shows.
It was 4 or 5 years ago.
Green Street used to put on the best fucking metal shows, man.
No, Crank It Loud and
Yes,
Progressive
yes,
Music
Crank
put
It
on-
Loud.
Put on the
Okay,
metal shows.
they used to host.
That's right. Produce.
Yeah, they used to have them there.
Yeah,
Yes.
and now they have worse things.
Well,
We won't talk about Green Street on this
We don't
episode
judge.
or any episode.
I mean,
Some people
the
have fun
time
there.
being.
It's okay.
Back in the
Nah.
day, it was fun, but
it's cool.
That's all we'll say about
It's
it.
really cool being Joel, like, you know, growing up with
being
him,
Joel.
being that Joel.
Oh.
You know, runs you know,
Your
that-
roommate Joel Collins.
and
forgot to mention that.
ex-bandmate
Right. Right.
Bludgeon.
Blood.
But
Check him out on iTunes.
yeah, he's killing it. They pretty much dominate the market here.
All around North Carolina.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean they.
Here, Charlotte,
Are-
Raleigh.
If it's not them, it's probably like Live Nation, which is the Walmart of
Yeah, fuck
talent,
yeah.
you know, or
Oh, yeah.
talent buyers.
Yeah.
Well, not in a good way. No, I'm fucking Live Nation. That's what I try to
It
say.
is the mall
Yeah.
tattoo shop.
Ticket sales.
You know, Live Nation buy their $15 beers.
That's all
Yeah.
my fucking
Facts.
Fucking ain't right.
Facts. What's
It'll be
next
$15
for
a
you?
Corona.
What's up?
What's next for you? What's on your agenda?
As far as
Are
muraling,
you got commissions up?
Yeah,
Or, you know, are
um,
you booked up solid?
so this weekend I'll probably paint in High Point. We got offered this wall for fun. It's coming down in a couple months, so my friend Tammy basically did a call to artists all around to tag it up. So we'll just go have fun with it out there. And then I don't even.
Do you know
Oh,
where in High Point?
I don't know. And then it's Atlanta next weekend for Greg Mike's open space project or outer space project. Wow. Doing a live painting there. Probably be painting Killer Mike.
Oh,
Maybe a portrait of him. We'll see.
Just Killer Mike or on the Jewels?
It'd be Killer Mike. I'm gonna
Okay.
do. I figure since I'll be in Atlanta to do a prominent Atlanta rapper
From
that's
the
relevant
A.
in my life. So
I like it.
yeah,
Who?
and then it's nonstop, man. Then after that, I'll probably go fishing for a minute, go take a break, and then it's Talking Walls, which is a week-long mural festival in Charlotte.
Nice.
And
When is that?
Yeah, what is it?
I'm gonna be there like the 8th through the 13th, but it's the festival is the 10th through the 13th.
Okay.
But they have national and local artists, basically in different spots all over the city,
Yeah.
painting a mural.
Nice.
It's dope. And then there's parties at night, obviously.
Yeah. Charlotte's known for that.
You've got a plan for it already?
But what's up?
You already know what you're doing?
Yeah, I actually am doing a collaboration with Jack of the Dust. If you follow him, if you don't, you should. It's literally Jack of the Dust, not Jack off, you fucking pervert.
Why are you looking at me?
I knew it was coming.
I was sitting here staring off
I was
into
waiting
nowhere.
for it.
Like, I was like,
Yeah, he does I don't know if
what
it's.
I'm going to eat for dinner.
Yeah,
tonight.
he does the
He does the
ceramic
skulls.
like
And
I'm like,
skulls
you know,
and stuff.
for that.
So he did this melting gold skull that I've
that
just
was really
always
dope.
loved.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's that dude. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I was just like, hit him up. I was like, yo, have you like partnered with anybody, or you let anybody use your, creations as a reference for a mural or anything? I told him about Talking Walls, and immediately he wrote back. He was like, that'd be fucking awesome. That's super cool. Like, let's make it a collaboration. And so I was blown away, and, he's awesome. He's such a talented dude, and he's got like 500,000 followers, and he kills it. It's what he does for a living. He just makes these dope ass skulls.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
So I'm taking on the hardest reference I've ever tried to paint. I'm pretty nervous about it, but I'm just gonna
You'll knock it out of the
Are you
park.
just
as
gonna
always,
do it?
Yeah,
man.
you will.
Are you going to do the gold melted one
maybe.
with the fingers?
Can't do that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it is out in public.
Yeah, it's across the street
There's
from the
kids
school.
walking by that.
So the skull thing is pushing it a little bit, but it's on a Seventh Sin tattoo.
Okay.
Right.
I personally
downtown.
like the heart one that he has.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
little
dope.
thing for me. But
Nice. Well, as far as Night Sweats, what do you guys got coming up?
I set up. I'm doing a show during the festival in Charlotte as a Talking Walls event.
All right.
And PBR. I don't know. The Talking Walls is backed by PBR, so I don't know if it's going to be a Skylark. I heard they had some issues with their ceiling with all the rain and stuff, but
Yeah, it's not good.
but it should be playing there. I don't know yet, but that's the next thing. I know we have a couple other shows. I wasn't prepared, and I totally forgot.
Very good. And then you guys got what's the date for Joey Fest at Blind?
Oh
Tiger?
yeah, it's October 7th.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're playing that. That'll be a really, really, really fun and just heartfelt,
Yeah.
packed day of bands. There's so many bands. There's like 900.
Wow.
It
a
starts
lot.
tomorrow.
9
It just
million.
ends
Oh, gotcha.
October 7th.
Gotcha.
So for everyone out there listening, what's the easiest way to get in contact with you as far as social media goes?
Just hop in the DMs.
there it is.
Hop on them DMs.
Yeah.
It goes down.
I basically have the mural company page for any clients that
So it's just at
aren't
JEKS.
really into graffiti aspect, but
Right.
the JEKS is just I dump everything I do on there. So
And then what's the Instagram or social media for the Lewis? What is it?
Lewis Mural
Okay.
Co.
Okay.
So,
LEWIS.
yeah.
Perfect. And any shout outs you want to give to any fellow artists, friends out there before we sign off? He's like, nah, fuck everybody.
Fuck those guys.
This is all me.
He doesn't really have friends or keep them long, so
Yeah.
Jordan's so selfish.
He clearly has
Shout
friends
out,
that he goes to
shout
the
out to
gym
Lemmy
with.
Westside, my gym buddy,
Who's gym
the
buddy?
only guy that I
He's
like
so
working
mad.
out with.
Gotcha.
Oh, we need to start taping these more.
I mean, fucking West.
Well, Brian, man, thank you so much for joining us in
Thanks
studio.
for having me.
Make sure you check out his Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9 yards, and how to reach him. Thank you for listening to another episode of Multi. Churro. And we'll catch you on the next one.